So I am Colonov. Yeah, obviously I live in Brisbane here. This is my home turf. Originally from Singapore, but I've been living in Australia for like 17 years. So you know, it's been a while. Yeah. Well, we don't count SS with the international, just locally. Probably August 2012. So, like 18 months, yeah. Well, actually, I used to play KOF when I was a little kid. I actually started from like, I think I was 8 or 9. And then I just went from there. And you know, you get some good KOFs, you get some bad KOFs. The scene goes up and down depending on the time. But I'd say that I've just kept with it. And with 13, because so many fundamentals from the older games actually apply, I was already, you know, at that level to get off on. So. Yeah, and you know, originally the scene was just me and Kuma when he was living in Brisbane, but now what's happened is I've just, you know, promoted the game. You know, I've got console sessions in my house, and everyone seems to love the game so far, so I'm happy. Exactly, yeah, exactly, and all these new school people are playing as well. So you know, and people who don't have a KOF background, I feel playing KOF helps them with other games. It gives you really good fundamentals as well. So yeah, I'm definitely happy about that. Since probably, that's a hard one. Probably entered around 2000, 2001. I actually first played KOF 2000 in 2000. So that was my first competitive game. And then I played Tekken Tag 1 competitively as well in that same year, maybe 01. And also, you know, I've played so many other games. Like I've played AE for a while, played a bit of Marvel, and you know, now I'm going back to my roots, going back to KOF. So yeah, it's come full circle. So you know, I'm back to where I started, which is nice. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, sure. So basically, I acquired the house. I actually bought the house in June 2013. So, but even before that, the house was actually used for games quite often. So basically, we started off like now currently we've got Tyrone and Jake living with me. But even before that, you know, because a lot of people in Brisbane live on the south side, and I'm kind of central south. So it's not, and I've got really good public transport, so it's really easy to come to mine. And you know, we're always welcoming new people, and even people who haven't played for a while. You know, we encourage them to come, you know, have a few games. Even if you don't want to play, just, you know, come and talk, you know, come and hang out. You know, we still have a good time. So, you know, again, if anyone out there is watching this who really wants to improve, who lives in Brisbane, you know, you're more than welcome. Just hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, and we'll definitely get something going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and even with KOF, until Steam Edition came out, we had to have like face-to-face meets, and that's why it was so important, because at the time, literally, when Kuma moved away, the KOF scene was literally myself. And when DJ Hoshin, shouts to DJ Hoshin, when he came out the first time to Brisbane, it was just me and him. Anyway, it was just humble beginnings, really, KOFXIII. But from then, we've really grown. We've grown tenfold, I'd say. We've got you know, the House of Hand. We've got we've got like meetups every 1 or 2 weeks. That often, you know. Even if I'm not there, we've got at least 1 or 2 people who will be there, who will let people in and stuff. So, yeah, I'm just really happy. We've really come a long way. Yeah. basically the story is I first met Baxter at one of our local not really a major, but like one of our local tournaments. He shook my hand, and he was an up-and-coming player. And like a lot of guys, that I knew, you kind of go, oh hey, I'm glad to see your new blood playing and stuff. And since then, he came to the group, and he's just become so good. Because believe it or not, I was actually good at Marvel once, and that was because that's why he introduced himself to me. Because I was playing my Viper teams back then, and and no one else played Viper in the country, so I was a dime a dozen at the time. But then things changed. He's now the top dog in Marvel. And I'm pretty okay in KOF, yeah. Well, I'm fairly I'm good at KOF, So I'm glad to see that he's adopted KOF as his game as well, to make it his own. Because I feel that playing KOF makes him understand a lot more about fighting games in general, not just for Marvel, but if he should down the track play any other games, I definitely think that his KOF background now will help him in the future. Definitely, that's certainly a good thing to fall back on. Well, I think it's a bit of all, really. But you have to you can't be that good without actually having all three. It's about the support as well. To have a good scene around you. It's about watching vids, doing your research. And, it's about communication as well. It's very, very important. Of course, we have online. We live in an age where YouTube is making every video so accessible. We have Twitch. We can easily go and watch the archives. But again, people say you're only as good as your scene is, and that's why I promoted the fact that hey, KOF is a great game. Why don't you give it a go? Not making anyone really play the game, but kind of just say, why don't you try it out? If you like it, that's awesome. If you don't, that's fine. So I think that's really key to being staying good, at the top level as well. So, the toughest opponent, Yang Ren. He's by far the best KOF player I've ever played in my life. I mean, I've played like heaps of really good players. I played Takedo, Ren. I played a few Taiwanese guys. I played even a few guys from Asia, a few Singaporeans as well. Played a few Japanese, but Ren, I never felt so helpless when I played against Ren. It was just ridiculously. He's just too good. Like, I honestly think he's one of the best in the world right now. But as for rivals, I have to say Falco. Falco, it's really what he's done today. It's really good for the scene. Obviously it's promoting competition. So the fact that he won the tournament means that there's still hype. It's not like one person is gonna just keep winning, but it promotes growth. So I'm actually kind of happy in a sense that happened. So yeah. Again, yeah, and again he will push me to get better. It's just a matter of time. I did pick up 1 or 2 new characters for this tournament, so I know why I lost, which is fine. You can't win every tournament, every local tournament forever. So that's just how it is. Yeah, well, I'm hoping I can definitely go to BAM. The thing is, with a house comes responsibility. So I've got to work, and I've just got a lot of stuff to do at work. So who knows? Maybe I might be there, but I'm certainly hoping I can. But at the moment, it's still very much up in the air. Favorite major? Oh, I have to say Shadaloo Showdown. Like, I mean that. Shout outs to the Adelaide brothers. They really know how to pull a tournament. I mean that's one of the majors that I will never miss. Like, as much as I physically can be there, I will always be there because it's just top quality. I mean, you get all these players. We had a cosplay tournament in the last year, 2013. So I mean, it's not just for the gamers; it's for the spectators as well, and that's what I really love. And it's so spectator friendly. And even if you're not playing a tournament, something I love about Shadaloo Showdown is you have the people. It's the people that make the event, and that's something I'll never forget. I'll take away with me every year. But apart from that, I mean, I went to a few majors like Southern Cross Championships in Adelaide. I made it to Southeast Asia major as well, and they weren't too bad. So yeah, of course. Again, like I said, it's about the people, and the people make it what it is, really. So.
All right, Colin needs to figure out a way to get some space. Nice. Very nice punish. He's the EX, he's gonna drive cancel, put Karate in the corner. All of a sudden the space situation is reversed. Nice. That stand C is so quick. Oh, nice roll by Mago. Good luck by Colin.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Just a tip on the foot. All right, very close. I think Colin's concerned about the DP.
Oh, very nice bait, yes.
Well, one of the things I really love is, you know, like I said, because my house is now the gathering point for a lot of the players. You know, we don't really have to play 24/7 because we actually don't. A lot of it is actually downtime. We know we watch vids, we watch streams, we go on YouTube and watch. I don't know. Jake was watching a cat falling off a treadmill the other day on YouTube. We just all had a laugh. You know, it's all about, I guess, having it in balance. You know, you can't just play 24/7 because that will burn you out. Like, yeah, you can play a lot, but you have to have downtime. That's my opinion. You know, you have the work time, you have the downtime. You know, you can reflect where you can reflect on what you've done right and wrong, and how to improve from that position. So I truly believe that's key. That's definitely what you have to have. Oh, okay. It came pretty late. Like, I was actually playing Tekken 6, and I was also a top player at the time. To 6.0, I actually picked up a character named Dragunov. So basically, he's got a move called a running 2, where he literally just runs and just smacks you on the head. And it's such a good move that you just, why would you not use it, kind of thing, you know? So basically, whenever I landed that move, everyone's like, oh, you know, oh, you got the Colonov, and it kind of eventually stuck. So, yeah, that's yeah. Oh, sure. So basically, I'll start from the top. So basically, my roots are essentially from a competitive scene. Well, really, the first tournament I went to was a Tekken tournament. And so that's my first competitive, strictly speaking, background. So I currently in Tag 2, I play mainly Lee and Lars. In Marvel, when I decide to play, I play Team Scrub, which is in Wesker, Magneto, Virgil, in that order. And in KOF, I play like 8 characters. So I play Dulong, King, now I play Shin, I play Benny, I play with Clark, I play Flameyori. You know, it's too many to name really, but yeah. Yeah. One of the things I actually like have in high regard for myself, it's just a personal thing, is I like playing characters that no one really plays. So basically, I was really happy, like in Tag 2 when I was also a high level player about 2 years ago. And when that came out, I was happy that no one played Lee, because Lee's been my main since 2001. So it's like 14 years of the same character. And I've stuck with him from good to bad, when he was not so good, when he was top tier, and now he's pretty okay. He's really good now. So yeah, again, I pride myself into playing, like you said, unique characters that also for tournament cover each other's weaknesses and have really, really prominent strengths, and also just you know, just being, yeah, characters that fit me as a player. Like, you know, I'm really good at zoning, and I'm also good at rushdown. So I have a King as a zoning character, and I have my rushdown, my Dulons, you know, my mix-up characters like Shin. So a bit of everything really. So that's how I pick my characters. That's who I play today. The most delicious thing to do. That's a really hard one because I like to do a lot of things. Hey, hype. It's hype. It's really good. Well, it depends who I'm playing really. If I'm playing King, I like anti-airing people. Like if I'm playing a zoner, I like keeping them away. Like, because, you know, like if you play a rushdown like Mr. Karate in KOF, for example, you one hit and you can do half a bar. Whereas it's the thrill of keeping them away for like 60 seconds. I like that when I play a zoner. When I play like Kim a rushdown, I like opening people up. I like making people second guess themselves. And then, you know, basically, first time I play someone, you know, if I know that they won't or will fall for something, then I can adjust my strat. And I like figuring someone out, basically, as well, as a general thing. So I like cracking people up. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and yeah, again, like it's part of the tournament. How do I say? it's about being good in a tournament as well. You know, you figure someone out in 1 or 2 games, and then you win from there. So it's something not only I like doing, but something I need to do as well. Well, I think we've come a long way, even from like say 1 or 2 years ago, where basically, especially in Brisbane, the KOF scene was, I'd say, not even 5 people. Now we've got 10 decent players, I'd say, and again, they all come to my place every few weeks or so to play. But what I'd like to see is more communication, more cohesion, not just within like say Brisbane here, but nationally as well. Yeah, exactly. And, how to push yourself further and further up, because ultimately my ultimate goal is for the country, not just myself, but the country as a whole, to be competitive. Well, for me in KOF internationally, and that's certainly something that I really want to get to. Not just for myself, but for the good players, the up and coming players at the moment. So I really hope that happens soon. Yep. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I just think Australia's a great place. We draw. It's such a multicultural country, and we draw people from all walks of life, all parts of the world. And some of them just happen to love fighting games. Like, we've got so many Tekken players that didn't actually grow up in Australia, and it's great that we have such exposure that people want to come here for other things, and they go, hey, there's a scene here as well. I think mainly that, but it's kind of hard to say apart from that, like Syria, yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess it's such a good thing to have such a multicultural background. We live in such a diverse country that, wherever you're from, if you like games, hey, we love you. I hope you love us back as well. So, yeah, certainly. So, Beyond the Hype's currently on hiatus for quite a few months. I've just been busy with, the house. I've been busy with, work, real life stuff. So. But yeah, it's a show called Beyond the Hype, which is streamed on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Colonov. Again, it hasn't been running for about 4 months now, 5 months, but we aim to come back to it when the period is a little bit quieter for myself. Again, you can find me on twitch.tv/Colonov, or you can find me on YouTube. Again, username is Colonov. But apart from that, again, my Twitter name is @Colonov. So 3 mediums. I really hope to meet a few new people, and just to hopefully expand the scene some more. So yeah.
I'll turn it around.
Okay.
Would you ever date a girl who was good at Street Fighter? That's the real question. Just switch it up.
Oh, better than you. Let's say better than you.
Oh God, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay. All right. So you can think about that for a second.
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so actually, Kim, I actually met her from Tekken. So she's actually was in the FGC before. And I mean, she's transitioned to KOF, which I'm very happy, because she wants to improve. And one of the things is she's got no 2D background, so it's a really steep curve, especially when you're playing KOF, as opposed to, like, I don't know, it's a lot harder than AE. It's not harder, it's more specific. I don't know, like, what the balance is? You want to know what the balance is? Gee, Top 3 tips. Okay, so first tip, you gotta have balance. You gotta have a consensus on how much KOF or how many games we want to play, and then do something else. Because I think part of a balanced relationship is not just doing one thing, but doing a lot of other things that may not necessarily be your favorite thing to do together. Second thing is again, communication. Like any other player, you kind of have to be serious. Like you can't let your relationship kind of get in the way, because ultimately, think of that person as a person you want to get good. And if that person wants to get good, that's already half the battle. Knowledge can be taught, but the willingness to learn has to be innate. So certainly, if your partner wants to learn a game, then facilitate that and grow upon that. And I don't think I have a third tip. I think I'll go stop at 2. Yeah, by far. Like I said, knowledge is something you can learn, but having the right mindset is something that you can't physically make someone have. I mean, if someone is just blatantly blatantly against playing the game or playing it competitively, you can't change that. You can kind of persuade them, but you can't physically change that. Yeah, actually, well, it was actually the year before. I actually stayed with the Abdo brothers, and again, like I said, downtime's really important. And we had a lot of downtime at the house. We were watching all these random shows and random YouTube clips, and that has to be by far my highlight of BAM 2012. Last year though, I ended up spending less time with the scene because I came down, stayed in a hotel room in the city. Again, it's always great seeing you guys, like Berserk, who's now the head of Couch Warriors. It's always good seeing him. Not just the TOs, I love coming to say hi to you every time, Muttons. And everyone in Melbourne, not just Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, from anywhere, just love seeing you guys. Like having a major is a great excuse for me to come down and just see you guys again. So certainly for BAM this year, I'll try my very best, but I got to take care of that real life stuff. So I can't help it. So shout outs to again the KOF scene. Shout outs to Orochinagi, who's not really my sponsor, but a crew of players that I've been been supported by for a long time, over 10 years now. Shout out to Dark Chaotix. I know he couldn't come here, and I know how much he wanted to make it here, but anytime you want to come to mine, just let me know. And I guess the scene in general, because I wouldn't be here if there was no scene. I'll be honest. Yeah, that's it, I guess. All right, thank you.
I've got take a